Are you happy in your business? Now, I have had my share of emotional ups and downs in my 20 years of being a solo entrepreneur coach. And the patterns I've seen in myself and in my clients is that those downs are usually when I was personally feeling unfulfilled. Sometimes it was because a launch that flopped, and sometimes it was just life and had nothing to do with business. But those ups, oh boy, those are the times when I was feeling my most authentic and completely aligned to my purpose, or when I just felt like I was rocking that work-life balance. I would be thinking I could do this all day long and never feel tired. One of my loves is sharing what works for me and what has been working for my clients to achieve this very feeling, full of passion, happiness, peace, and freedom. So I decided to create a private podcast for coaches. Maybe you just want to develop better communication skills that boosts engagement, leads to better results, and makes you feel like you're actually making a difference in the lives of the people you serve. Then you're invited too. We talk about this and more in the UBU private podcast for coaches. Whether you're a mentor, a parent, or run a client-focused business, coaching skills benefit everyone and anyone who wants to communicate in a way that builds relationships. Fall in love with your life and business again. Click the link in the show notes for your invitation to join us right now. Then come back and enjoy this episode. Hey, Difference Maker, we are back with the third part of this bite-sized deep dive into human design and the Enneagram. In this episode, I'm going to finish a little bit more of what I learned about myself, and then I'm going to share with you when it's best to use human design and when it's best to use the Enneagram. Let's go ahead and get started. It's time to stop comparing yourself to others and plug into what is uniquely you. Welcome to Unbox Your Personality, the podcast for coaches, creatives, and educators like you who understand that your happiness makes you more effective in what you do, bringing out the best in others. I'm Jen P. Higgins, personality strategist and Enneagram fluff remover. Get laser focused on who you are and who you aren't, so you're free to make the impact you were born to make. And have fun doing it. Your personality is your business. So let's get down to business. So one of the things that I have been really busy up in my head, reorganizing. I haven't really been reorganizing, but just really reframing how I am working with my high-ticket clients. These are my business mentees. We do talk a little bit about it in the membership, but with my mentees, I am really diving deep into their human design, not necessarily with them, because again, it is complicated. But oh my gosh, does it help me understand them so much better, even better than just the Enneagram alone. So when you become a mentee of mine, you're going to get more than one personality assessment from me, and it's going to be so completely thorough. One of the comments that I get from my clients on a regular basis that I don't think I could ask for a higher compliment is when they say, you know me so well. You know me better than I know myself. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of wish I had somebody like that in my life. Like, can you show me my blind spots, please? So I don't keep running into them and they're hitting me with a 2x4. But what I have been able to do with my business mentees is take their human design profile, take out that guesswork about their Enneagram, because sometimes it's hard to figure out your Enneagram for certain types because it's hard to peel away our behaviors and just look at our motivations, especially if trauma is involved. But what it has helped me do for myself and for my clients is verify Enneagram types, verify primary wing, verify primary instinct, and also start a conversation about core values instead of just kind of a stab in the dark. We actually have a place to start as far as core values go and what your life's message is. Now, I worked through what my core values and personal mission statement was many, many years ago, about 15 years ago. And it is cuckoo crazy. Now, I've tweaked my core values. I haven't really tweaked my personal mission statement much, but I have tweaked my core values as I have matured and gained experience when I realized, oh, that was just a core value of mine because there was healing. Then when I gained that healing, they were no longer a core value of mine. It actually became kind of boring or just didn't resonate with me. So what human design taught me is that the energy that I bring into the world is this energy of my opinion. People come to me for my opinion. Now, this is very eye-opening because I believe that people should do themselves, like you be you. And you don't need my opinion. You don't need my validation for you to be comfortable in your own skin. So now I've had to have this new conversation with myself. And I'm like, okay, if that's the energy that I'm putting out there, and if I am a role model and people want to know what my opinion is, then I need to share it. And I need to share it unapologetically. The hard part was my gate 18, which is the gate of correction. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I know it has to do with correction and correcting people, which is that is just very yucky to my type 7ness and, being happy and satisfied and avoiding emotional pain or causing drama. But this gate is a part of the judgment channel, which I'm like, yay. I mean, that really solidified the INFJ, that J for my Myers-Briggs. But the judgment channel starts with correction. And then the other gate is the abundance of joy, which is, I think, gate 58. And that is my Mercury. That is what I am here to communicate, is to bring more joy in your life. And the more joy you can bring in your life, and the more discernment, because I like that word better than judgment, that you can have on your life, the more joy you're going to have in your life. Now, who couldn't use some joy in their life? It's not just type 7s, I promise you. Everyone wants joy, even type 4s. So now let's talk about when do you use which. I really think that human design kind of gives us that red flag to tell us when we are working within our design and when we are not. But the Enneagram is the one that gives us that ladder, that shows us the growth path to get us out of our boxes. In other words, I feel like human design is like a litmus test that kind of gives us, the terminology is called the not self. So when you're not being yourself, there are themes that are related to your human design. Your very, very unique and individual human design. But it doesn't always tell you, well, then now what? All right, I'm frustrated. That's my not self theme. I'm frustrated. Now what? Human design doesn't always clearly tell you that. Sure, with some study, you can discern that for yourself, but it's a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot to it. So the Enneagram kind of gives you that shortcut. Okay, I know now that if I want to grow, I need to go to my type 5. The cool thing is what if my type 5 social instinct, what if that strategy isn't working because of my circumstances, because of the relationships that I'm in that might think I'm a know-it-all? Then maybe I need to adopt a different instinct of that type 5 for me to grow to. Because I'm pretty sure staying in the social instinct is not always going to serve me. Now, if I'm working with another social instinct person, they'll probably get it and I won't have to try as hard. But if I'm not, I need to be able to be aware of my other options as a type 7. That is what the Enneagram can do for us. I'm sure this is not the last time I'm going to be talking about human design. So if you really like this as much as I have, be sure to hit subscribe. And you know what? I'd love for you to leave a review. I haven't asked for a review in a really long time other than my little outro. I know it says it. But I have been really, really excited about this season of the podcast, and I would love to hear your thoughts and your feedback as well. Thank you so much for joining me for this bite-sized deep dive. Thank you for listening, subscribing, and reviewing the Unbox Your Personality podcast. To learn more about yourself, go to powercoachjen.com. Find out how you are different so you can make your difference.